All right, so we're diving into this XRP stuff today, huh? Predictions, like global shifts, all that.
Yeah.
You really got me wanting to unpack this.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. And you're right. I mean, XRP kind of just sitting there right around 52, 53 cents. Doesn't seem like much, but there's a lot more to it when you look at the whole picture.
Okay, so paint me the big picture then. What's
Yeah.
important here besides just the price?
Well, you got to think about Swift. They're basically for international banking right now, yeah.
Right.
And they're about to start doing live trials with digital assets like in 2025. But here's the thing. This is what really got me. They're using the same standard. It's called ISO 2022 that basically like revolutionized how global shipping works.
Wait, so are you saying this could be like what online shopping did, but for, like global finance?
Yeah, pretty much. This ISO thing, it's all about efficiency at scale, and that seems to be exactly what Swift is going for. And it's not just them. We're seeing smaller countries like those in the, the Commonwealth of Independent States. They're already moving away from the US dollar, like a lot. They're already doing something like 85% of their cross-border stuff in their own currencies.
85%? Seriously?
Huh?
That's wild. So is this it? Is this the old financial system getting like a run for its money?
Mhm.
And where does XRP fit in all this? It really makes you think, are we about to see like a whole new financial system?
Mhm.
And is XRP going to be, leading the charge?
Yeah, it's a really interesting question. And to really get into it, I think we got to look beyond like XRP just being for cross-border payments.
Right, because that's just one piece of the puzzle. Huh?
Exactly. Like you've got analysts, guys like Andre saying Ripple, the company behind XRP, they want to build like the entire financial system of the future.
Okay, so now we're talking about changing the game entirely, not just making things a bit faster.
Yeah.
What's Ripple doing that makes anyone think they can actually like pull that off?
Well, they're not just talking, they're actually doing it. Like they're rolling out these crypto custody services, but, and this is key, specifically for banks. They want to tap into this, get this, $20 trillion market for digital assets.
20 trillion.
Huh?
That's just, wow. Sounds like they might be onto something, though. I mean, 250% growth year over year, that's got to mean something. And then there's this whole tokenization thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, their real USD stablecoin, that's a perfect example. They're even working on, like, integrating it with these automated market makers, AMMs are called, on the XRP ledger. So basically, these AMMs are like, think of them as these little trading bots, making sure there's always enough liquidity to buy and sell crypto.
So for those of us who don't speak fluent crypto, DeFi is basically like taking the whole financial system, like lending and all that, and putting it on blockchain.
Yeah.
Making it open for everyone.
Exactly. And the fact that Ripple is integrating their stablecoin with these DeFi tools is huge. And we haven't even gotten to like their partnership in Australia.
Right, with the Digital Economy Council. Tokenizing real-world assets, stuff like property even. That's got to be huge if they can pull it off.
It really does. And it kind of reminds me of like historical parallels, like, the Industrial Revolution. Think about it. Inventing better furnaces, that didn't just make coal cheaper. It led to this whole boom in steel, changed everything.
Or even something like standardized shipping containers.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, shipping got cheaper, but it totally changed how we like shop and everything.
Exactly. And it all comes back to this idea, it's called Jevons paradox. Basically, it says the more efficient something gets, the more we end up using it. So are we saying that by making money move faster and cheaper, we might actually see way more financial activity?
That's a really interesting thought. And it kind of sounds like that's what Ripple's betting on. But here's the thing. Even if they can actually build all this, are the big institutions really going to, jump in? It feels like it all comes back to regulation or the lack of it. It really does feel like regulation is like the big question mark hanging over, well, everything. Will it happen? When will it happen? What's it even going to look like? Everyone's just waiting.
Yeah, it's the waiting game, that's for sure. And you hit the nail on the head. Like, until there's that clarity, real regulatory clarity, these institutions, they're not going to go all in on digital assets. It's too risky. But having said that, there are some signs, things might be changing.
Okay, so what kind of signs? Give me something good.
Well, for one, the big banks, the U.S. banks, they're not doing so hot, frankly. Their margins are shrinking. So these efficiency gains that digital assets promise, that's becoming harder to ignore, regulations or not.
So you're saying they might actually end up pushing for regulation just to, like, save their own skin? That's kind of ironic.
It is, isn't it? And then there's the whole political side of things. With the election coming up, it adds a whole other layer.
Right, because we've got candidates who are, like, openly pro-crypto now. This election could really change everything.
No kidding.
So walk me through the scenarios. Best case, worst case, what are we looking at?
All right, so best case, right. We get clear, like, no-nonsense legislation that lays everything out, gives the crypto world the framework it needs.
And then,
Then it's off to the races. That's when you see those floodgates open, institutional money pouring in, and yeah, XRP going through the roof, just like Eggrag and them have been saying.
he's been saying what? XRP could blow past its all-time high if that happens, which, let's be honest, would be pretty amazing. But let's flip the script. What if the U.S. just like keeps dragging its feet, doesn't do anything?
That's the big question, isn't it? And it's not even just about missing out on profits, right? While the U.S. is sitting here twiddling their thumbs, you've got China going full steam ahead with their digital yuan. We could be talking about like global leadership in the digital age slipping away. It's kind of a big deal.
Wow. Okay, so it's not just about like the future of finance, it's the future like period. That's a lot to process.
It really is.
Well, you've definitely given me and everyone listening a lot to think about. Thanks for diving into all this with me.
Anytime. It's been fun.